On the night of January the 25th, 2013, Detective Guard Adrian Donohoe was executed in cold blood during a brazen robbery at Lordship Credit Union. Sitting beside him, his friend and colleague Detective Guard Joe Ryan suffered horror as the unimaginable unfolded. Immediately after this heinous crime, Detective Ryan gave a detailed statement to the Gardaí at Dundalk Garda Barracks. His description of the shooter was precise and clear. He was tall, about 6 foot to 6'1", thin build, in his 20s based on the build and the way he ran. Right-handed, as he had held a gun to his right side of his body. Couldn't place the accent, but not a strong Northern Ireland or Dublin accent. Roars, "I'll effing kill you. Don't move, I'll shoot. Give us the money," and shouts about the keys. Dark balaclava with slits on the eyes, dark tracksuit, but the top and bottom didn't match and were of different colour, full-length shotgun. This is not a vague account. It was a description etched into the memory of Detective Garda Joe Ryan. Now let us take you to the undeniable evidence. You are about to see the actual CCTV footage from that night. Evidence that captures the exact moment when Detective Garda Adrian Donohoe lost his life.
Let's turn our focus to the critical claim made by Brendan Grehan. His assertion that Aaron Brady is the man yielding the shotgun, the man responsible for the murder of Detective Garda Adrian Donohoe. Here we see the shadowy figure of Gunman B, armed with the shotgun. This is the image of the individual Grehan insists is Aaron Brady. We return to our critical anchor point, the measured apex of the open door, 56 inches. This is the foundation upon which all other measurements hinge. From this anchor, we have already determined the height of Gunman A, the raider holding the handgun, at 5 feet 10 inches. But as we examine the footage closely, it becomes undeniably clear. Gunman B, the man with the shotgun, stands head and shoulders above his accomplice. This is no minor difference in height. It is a significant and measurable contrast. Through precise calculation, we can now establish the height of Gunman B. The man with the shotgun stands between 6 foot 1 inch and 6 feet 3 inches, substantially taller than both Gunman A and Aaron Brady. These measurements, rooted in the very physics of the crime scene, directly contradict the prosecution's claim. The man standing before us in the footage cannot be Aaron Brady. This version adds a more intense focus on the measurements and makes the argument about the discrepancy in height more explicit. It emphasizes the height difference between Gunman B and Aaron Brady, creating a strong visual and logical contrast. The truth is there for all to see, for those who are willing to look beyond the lies and distortions. The facts, the eyewitness accounts, and the footage itself tell a story far different from the one that led to Aaron Brady's conviction.
What you have just seen is not just a tragic moment, it is a critical piece of the puzzle. Now let us break it down. In the footage, the shooter stands next to the Toyota Benzes. The open car door is our fixed measurement. It stands at 4 feet 8 inches tall, a height verified across identical vehicles. The shooter's head and shoulders tower above the door. Stills from the footage make it clear that the man who pulled the trigger is at least 6 foot 3 inches tall. Now here's the glaring truth. Aaron Brady is 5 foot 7 inches tall. That's a difference of 8 full inches. How can anyone ignore this? Detective Joe Ryan's eyewitness description is unequivocal. A tall, thin, right-handed man. The CCTV footage aligns perfectly with his statement. Yet somehow, Aaron Brady, a man who matches none of these details, was convicted of this crime. How, why, and on what basis? This is not just a mistake. This is a catastrophic miscarriage of justice. Investigators had the physical evidence. They had the testimony. They had the measurements. So why was this critical evidence ignored? We have to ask, was this an oversight or was it something more? Was evidence deliberately suppressed to build a case against Aaron Brady, a man who does not fit the profile of the shooter?